The BBB of Mid-Missouri is warning about a mystery shopper scam that's been popping up in the area. Joining me now is Mike Harrison to break down the scam. But first, let's talk about what mystery shopper programs are even like.
Yeah, sure. Well, most companies have policies in place to evaluate themselves. One thing that they can do is hire mystery shoppers to come in and evaluate their business. And certain things that they're looking for are the quality of the customer service they receive, maybe the quality of the product or marketing, things along those lines. And so restaurants, hotels, retailers have been known to do this in the past. So as a mystery shopper, what you're doing is you're going in, you're evaluating those things, you're filling out a form, and you're sending it back to the business owner. But they aren't actually giving a business review, they're just sharing their actual experience. So as a mystery shopper, you're considered an independent contractor.
Okay.
You're not an actual employee, and you get paid per job. And usually on average, you're making $10 or $20 per job that you do.
Okay, so then what is the exact scam then that we're seeing here in Mid-Missouri?
Well, we've seen, it's a pretty common scam, but we've seen different variations. So what we're hearing about now is that individuals, consumers, are receiving something in the mail from a company called Epic Spirit Survey, Inc., which is a fictitious company. However, there's a check that's coming along with that in the amount of $3,700, and it is coming from M&T Bank. That's a real bank. And so there's a flyer that accompanies it. So the flyer is telling consumers that they've been chosen to participate as a mystery shopper in conjunction with CVS pharmacies, Kroger stores, Walgreens in their particular area. And so what they're asked to do as a mystery shopper is to go into those companies and evaluate that company's customer service in helping with Green Dot Money Pack cards and prepaid debit cards.
We've talked about those before.
We have quite a bit. And so basically what they're doing is they're telling people that they go through a 2-hour training and that they'll get paid $200 to do that. So the check in the amount of $3,700, they tell them to go to their bank, cash that, and then go from location to location and fill those Green Dot Money Pack cards in $500 increments. And again, they're told that they're evaluating the service. So then the last thing that they do is they ask you to scratch the back of that card off, give the PIN number back to Epic Spirit Survey, Inc.,
so then they
evaluate the entire process so they have the money. Now, the problem with that is you've gone to the bank, you've cashed that check, your bank probably won't catch it for a couple of days, but when it bounces as a consumer, you've spent all that money, you have to repay your bank. Now, most banks are trained to catch these sorts of things, but we've seen situations where consumers have lost thousands of dollars, which is obviously unfortunate.
Okay, so then what should people do before taking an actual mystery shopper position? Well,
one of the first things, a huge red flag, is that you should never have to pay for a job up front for a mystery shop.
They'll give you the money.
Yeah, so you should not have to pay for training materials, for any background checks, anything along those lines. And so as a consumer, you just really need to use caution with that and do your research on that.
How about online classifieds that say something about being a mystery shopper? Should those be? Yeah,
you want to use caution with those as well. They lure you in with promises of making a lot of money for little to no work. You know, again, that's another thing that you really want to be cautious with. But you won't make a lot of money, and the reason why is you're paid by the job. As we talked about earlier, you're usually making about $10 or $20. So any unsolicited emails that you might get, any job boards that you look at, anytime you see that verbiage, you want to use caution. But if you do, on the off chance, get an email offering the same service, don't click on any links, don't click on any attachments. You want to avoid those.
Okay, and if they are claiming high earnings, that's kind of a red flag?
Yeah, definitely. Anything high earnings like that, they're trying to catch your attention, and a lot of time it targets people that may have been out of a job for a while or unemployed, so they see that and they kind of jump in and maybe not think about that it could be a scam.
Okay. All right, thank you, Mike. And if you have any questions or want more information, you can always contact Mike at the Better Business Bureau by visiting their website, or you can give him a call at the number you see here on your screen.